What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys so very much. Over 1,500 shows and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this is possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. And yes, we're still living a bit of a quarantine life, darling. Yes, we're dealing with COVID-19 and such things. So we're spending a little bit more time at home. So I brought a brand today that's going to talk about how you can spice things up a little bit better at home, you know, with the feast, with the kids, with the family, the friends, and everybody else that may be coming through to, you know, spend time with you, all that good stuff. So we're going to talk today about an awesome brand, an amazing brand, and I'm so excited to be in talks with today, Spice Isle Sauces. I've got Heidi and Steve with me. Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Awesome.
Just working away.
Yes. So what part of the country are you guys holding down right now?
We're in Lincoln, Nebraska. All of our families from here, and this is the base of our operations for our sauces and our rubs. We warehouse the product here, and we ship out of here.
Awesome. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how Spice Isle Sauces, how you guys started.
You want to say, or you want me to?
Go right ahead.
Well, we've been traveling throughout the Caribbean for the last 28 years, and we've been to pretty much every island there is down there. We call it our playground, and I've always wanted to bring some of those flavors back to the United States, because when you travel down there, and a lot of folks do, they get back home and they bought a bottle of rub or sauce or something, and when it runs out, they have a hard time getting more. And so I really had this desire to bring the flavors up here. We discovered the Turks and Caicos Islands about 16 years ago, and we just fell in love with them, and we would go to another island, then go back, go to another island, go back. So about 7 years ago, we opened a restaurant on the island of Providenciales, and we had a partner who was from there, so it actually made it a little easier than most folks would think. I mean, usually it's a pretty tough project. Yeah. But he kind of smoothed the way. So we developed recipes there. We tested them on all of our tourists that came into our restaurant.
Hey, now I got to interject.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is kind of a funny story. So what happened is we bought bottles up here in the United States, and we shipped them down to the restaurant. And the kitchen was probably no bigger than an 8x8 area. Oh. And we mixed the sauce in these big pots, and we filled the bottles, and we sat there with hair dryers to put the labels on, and then we sold it through the restaurant and to the gift shops and all on the island, and the tourists just fell in love with it. Oh, and now I'll let Steve finish.
So they would buy it down there, they'd bring it home, and just like I said, they would run out, so they would contact us and say, hey, how do we get more? So finally I brought the recipes up to the United States, and we interviewed a number of co-packers to see if we could kind of partner with a co-packer. But my one rule that I had, the overriding rule, was that if they used the word substitute at any point in our conversations, I would walk. Because we have some unique ingredients in these products, but they've got to be the right ingredients. Right. And so I walked out of about 3 or 4 meetings, and we finally found a co-packer who was willing to stay true to the recipes. Right. So we spend a little more money to make them authentic, but they are truly authentic. And so those recipes now we produce, we have 3. So we started out with 1 sauce, 1 rub, and then we expanded and we added some heat to those, and now we have a sauce and a jerk rub as well that we worked about 9 months on to get it authentic. So now we're just offering the products here online and in a few boutique stores in Lincoln. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Well, kudos to you and your lovely wife. You guys, you know, taking from the Caribbean something that is, you know, really awesome and authentic, and creating your own here in the States. And I'll be the first to say it, because I don't think I really told you guys, my family's Caribbean. My family is from the islands.
What island? What area?
Jamaica, West Indies. Yeah, my family is wealthy from, so like a lot of the jerks, a lot of the, you know, the hot, because it's got to have some fire to it for me to enjoy it. Now I'm like, it's got to have a little fire to it.
Well, you know, I'm excited then for you to try them, because I love your opinion on our jerk. We get a lot of compliments, and in fact, we have some people here in Lincoln that are from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And one young lady in particular, she contacted us on the Saturday before the Super Bowl, and she said, I usually make my own, but I can't get the right ingredients. I want to try yours. So she came to the house, and we actually had an open bottle, so I let her taste it. And she buys it from us now. She said it saves her a lot of work. So I'll be excited to see what you think of it. Now, I will tell you this. My motto is, I want to be able to taste my food and finish my meal. So we really work hard to balance out the flavor and the heat. So you're going to get nice heat, but you're going to also be able to taste what you're eating.
Yes.
And we actually call ours a tropical jerk because we definitely use the Scotch bonnet pepper, so it is authentic Jamaican.
Okay.
But then we've grabbed a lot of the flavor from the Spice Isles.
Yes.
So it's a nice blend of heat and flavor.
Gotcha. So what would you say was the biggest challenge for you guys in the beginning as you were just developing the sauces?
We didn't have any idea what we were doing.
That'll do it.
I mean, I like the flavors and I like to eat, but I mean, it was a lot of trial and error, and I think one of the biggest challenges, really, and Heidi, you might think it was something else, but for me, it was finding the right partner up here as a co-packer to really produce our recipes to where we were pleased with them.
Gotcha,
and that there was a lot of tasting and testing going on, but we nailed it. They nailed it, and we nailed it. So yeah, but that probably was the biggest challenge. Now the biggest challenge is to get people to actually try it. That's probably our number one challenge now, is because when we do shows, and unfortunately in the situation we're in now, we can't do them, because of the restrictions everywhere. But we always do tastings, and I'm not exaggerating when I say 85% of the people who taste them buy them.
Wow.
So if we can get somebody to try them, that's our big challenge.
Well, what would you say for both of you? I know this might be the same answer, might be a different answer, but for the both of you, what has been your proudest moment with the brand?
That's really a good question. I mean, because we've had so much positive feedback and so much reinforcement. We've been doing shows now for about 3 years, 3.5 years, and just the positive feedback we get, it just makes us really feel great. But it's as far as proudest moment, I guess one of the proudest was when our co-packer, the scientist there, he actually, after we developed it, he started using it, and he still uses it.
And for me, this past February, we signed up and we did what was called the Center Grocery Store Market. And it's where a lot of retailers, we got to meet with them face-to-face. Yeah. And we had really great feedback and a lot of positive response. And in fact, we made inroads with a couple of retailers. And then, of course, COVID hit, shut everything down, and they said, we're not taking on any new products, so that's been a frustration. But it was a really proud moment to see that we did as well as we did.
Right.
Yeah. To have a lot of those buyers taste the product and say, "Wow, you guys really are legit. Yeah. You've got a legitimate product, and you're going to do well with it." That was really, really very, very gratifying.
Yes. So, what is next on the horizon for you guys?
Well, we're just going to keep on, plugging away and trying to get the word out about our products. And we're waiting for things to open up so we can do some more shows. We've got some more retailers who are interested in talking with us about the products. And we're doing it because we love it. I mean, I would love to get it to a point where, when our name is mentioned or our sauces are mentioned, that people throughout the country are familiar with it. We actually have clients in Hawaii. We have clients all over the continental United States. We have clients in Alaska. So we're covering the United States pretty good, but we'd really like to get out there and have more people try it. So that's what we're just going to spend every waking moment, all of our effort on doing that.
Here, the next thing coming up is the online Nourished Festival. That's the first time we've done an online festival, so we're excited about that. Yes. And then the weekend after that, we actually do have a local show that's been given permission to move ahead. It's something called SIP Nebraska, and what it is Nebraska wine and craft beers, and we'll be a vendor there. So we're really excited that we're going to get out and meet our customer face and face again.
Yes, absolutely. Well, first off, I appreciate you guys, and I know that's how we got connected, was through the Nourished Festival. And I'm super excited about that. That's happening next week, you guys. You can check up on the website, all that good stuff. But let everyone know the best way if they want to get the sauces, if they want to try you guys out, or if they want to meet you at the Nourished Festival. What's the best way for everyone to get in contact with you guys?
Well, the Nourished Festival, of course, if they want to attend that, we have a booth there, and they can go on and they can either do a live chat during certain hours, or they can set up a private chat. In which they'll have to put up with me, but they can hop online at www.spiceaisle.com, and that'll take them to our online presence, our store. We've got recipes on there, we've got videos on there, and they also can check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and again, Instagram, and they just type in Spice, SPICE, Isle, ISLE sauces, SAUCES. And they will pop up.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys so much for joining us today. Much more success into 2021. That's going to be a better year for all of us. We're claiming it, putting it out there. Absolutely. But definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. And thank you so much for supporting the movement, which is ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me, just watch.
Amen
watch what I do, watch me make
Absolutely.
it happen, watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Till next time, you guys.
Yep.